You're convinced that office meeting destroyed your day. But what if the meeting was actually neutral, and you're the one who loaded it with meaning? We'll explore how miracles become visible when you stop seeing through the filter of your story. This lesson teaches that miracles are always present, but only become visible when we see through clarity rather than the darkness of our own projections and limiting beliefs. The key is recognizing that we are not the vulnerable, weak body we think we are, but something far more powerful that can perceive beyond surface appearances. Think about your last difficult interaction. Maybe it was that team meeting where your idea got shot down. You sat there, face burning, stomach tight, mind racing through all the reasons they're wrong. You're undervalued. This place is toxic. The rest of your day was ruined. But here's what's fascinating. Someone else in that same meeting might have experienced it completely differently. Same words, same room, same fluorescent lights. One person's disaster is another's minor blip. Imagine you've been wearing heavily tinted sunglasses indoors for so long you forgot you had them on. You're convinced the world is dim and threatening, squinting at shadows that seem menacing. But the room is actually filled with warm light. You just can't see it through the dark lenses. The miracle isn't that someone turns on a light, it's that you remember you can take off the glasses. We're meaning-making machines. It's what we do. Someone doesn't text back immediately, and suddenly we've written an entire screenplay. They're angry. They're pulling away. That weird thing we said last week finally pushed them over the edge. The story feels so real, so justified. Our body responds as if it's actually happening. Heart rate up, shoulders tight, that familiar knot in the chest. Here's what's remarkable. The situation itself is blank. Neutral. The person hasn't texted back, that's it. That's the entire fact. Everything else, all the drama and certainty about what it means, that's us. Writing on a blank page. And we're so good at it, so fast, that we don't even notice we're doing it. You're in your kitchen making coffee when your partner makes an offhand comment about the dishes. Instantly, your mind creates a story. They think I'm messy. They're criticizing me. Here we go again. Your body tenses, your mood drops, and you're ready for a fight. The dark glasses are on so tight you can't even feel them anymore. The comment becomes evidence in a case you've been building for years. But then something shifts. Maybe you catch yourself mid-story. Maybe you're just tired of feeling this way. You pause. What if you took off those dark glasses for a moment? What if their comment was just a comment about dishes? This is where it gets interesting. When you stop for even a second, when you question the story, something else becomes possible. You might notice your partner's tired face differently. You might hear concern rather than criticism. You might respond with curiosity instead of defense. Same kitchen, same words, completely different reality. The shift isn't positive thinking. It's not pretending everything's fine. It's recognizing that your interpretation was optional all along. The darkness you were seeing, that was the tint of the glasses, not the truth of the room. Here's what keeps the glasses glued to our face. We think we are the glasses. We've identified so completely with being small, vulnerable, constantly under threat, that seeing from that perspective feels like survival. Every interaction becomes a potential attack. Every silence becomes rejection. Every challenge becomes proof that we're not enough. But what if that entire identity is the mistake? What if you're not the fragile, threatened self you think you are? This isn't about pumping yourself up or repeating affirmations. It's about recognizing a fundamental error in perception. You've been looking through the body's eyes, thinking that's all you are, limited, separate, always in danger of being hurt. When you start to sense that you might be something more than this body, something happens to your vision. It's like those dark glasses begin to slip. You're still in the same situations, but they don't land the same way. That criticism at work, you hear the stress in your colleague's voice instead of an attack on your competence. That friend who seems distant, you see their struggle instead of their rejection. This is when miracles become visible, not because they suddenly appear, but because you can finally see them. They were always there. The kindness beneath your coworker's stress, the love behind someone's awkward attempt to help, the opportunity hidden in what looked like a setback. These aren't new, they were just invisible through the dark lenses. A miracle is simply a moment when you see with clarity instead of through your story. It's your teenager's frustration revealing their fear instead of their disrespect. It's the difficult client showing you their insecurity instead of their arrogance. It's recognizing that the very situation you thought was destroying your peace was actually neutral. You were destroying your peace with your interpretation. Remember our kitchen scene, when those glasses come off? Even for a moment, you might notice things you missed before. The way your partner is holding their shoulders, they're stressed about something else entirely. The gentleness they tried to put in their voice. The fact that they made your coffee first, just the way you like it, before mentioning anything about dishes. The relief isn't that the world suddenly becomes perfect. The relief is discovering you don't have to fix the world to find peace. You just have to remember you're wearing glasses. You just have to be willing, even for an instant, to question whether the darkness you're seeing is really there. This doesn't mean you become passive or pretend problems don't exist. When you see clearly, you respond more effectively, without the weight of your story, without the certainty that you're under attack. You have access to a different kind of strength. You can address the dishes without defending your worth. You can hear feedback without crumbling. You can navigate difficulty without adding layers of meaning that make it unbearable. The miracle was never absent. Your awareness of it was just blocked by the conviction that you're small, separate, and constantly threatened. Every time you question that conviction, every time you wonder if maybe you're seeing through a filter instead of seeing truth, those dark glasses loosen their grip a little more. Tomorrow, when someone cuts you off in traffic, when the email sounds harsh, when the conversation goes sideways, you'll have a choice. You can tighten those glasses, justify your interpretation, and suffer accordingly. Or you can remember, the situation is neutral until you write on it. You are not the vulnerable self you think you are. And miracles, those moments of unexpected understanding, connection, and peace, are waiting to be seen in the light you've been blocking all along. If this felt grounding, you're welcome to like the video and subscribe. No rush. Just a gentle way to stay connected as we continue. Let yourself arrive here, just as you are. No need to change anything or be different. Find a comfortable position. Let your body settle. Take a breath that feels nourishing, then another. Your thoughts may still be moving, replaying the day. That's okay. Let them move. Notice any tension you're holding in your shoulders, your jaw, your belly. You don't have to release it, just notice. Somewhere in you, there's a part that's been watching, protecting, interpreting all day. It's been working so hard. Thank it. Now let it rest. Feel the weight of any stories you've been carrying today, the meanings you assigned, the conclusions you drew. Notice how heavy they feel. What if you could set him down? Just for this moment. Not forever. Just for now. Breathe into this space. Somewhere beneath all that effort to figure things out, there's something quieter. A presence that doesn't need to interpret or defend. Rest here, those dark glasses we talked about. Feel them loosening. You don't have to take them off completely. Just notice they're there. Notice you have a choice. Breathe into this recognition. In this quiet space, miracles don't need to be earned or created. They're simply here, waiting to be noticed. The kindness that was always present, the support you couldn't see, the love that got lost in translation. Let yourself rest in this possibility. No effort needed. No fixing required, just this gentle awareness. When you're ready, take a deeper breath. Feel your body here, supported and safe. You can open your eyes whenever you like. The clarity you touched here travels with you. It's always available, always just one pause away. Thank you for practicing with us today. If you'd like, there's a free digital copy of A Course in Miracles available through the link in the description. You're also welcome to leave a simple comment such as, "I am grateful. Thank you for taking this time with us today." As you move back into your day, remember, those dark glasses are optional. Be gentle with yourself as you practice seeing with new eyes. Until next time, take care.